Hi, this is Desiree Greene with BSN. I'm currently here with
Isabel Seaward.
All right, Isabel, just tell me what grade you're in, a little bit about your academic schedule this year.
I'm a senior. I am taking anatomy, AP Stats, AP Psychology, and English Honors.
Okay, so those are some pretty heavy hitter classes. Your academic schedule seems to already be busy, but from what I'm hearing, you are a two-sport athlete, but not only two sports at different times, two sports at the same time during the same season for the same school. So just tell me what kind of sports you play, and are they both varsity level sports?
Yes, so they're both varsity. I do swim and I do volleyball.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about the swim team. We have a pretty good amount of knowledge about the varsity volleyball team here at Calvary. So just, are you a young swim team, an older swim team? What's the dynamic over on the swim team?
So the majority of them are in middle school. I am the only senior, and we're a very young team, but we're a very big team, and we do very well because of our size and like meets.
So meet-wise, how many meets have you guys had this year?
We've had four.
Four, and out of those four, have you guys won any meets?
We've won three. Yeah.
3 meets with a pretty young team, so that's a big confidence boost as well. Okay, and so in these meets, is it harder seeing some of your teammates go against like bigger athletes, some pretty big senior competitors?
Yeah, we have like 4-foot kids going against like 6-foot, like 7 athletes. It's very entertaining to watch at times.
And so with swim, it's a swim team, but it's not really like a big team sport. You do a lot of individual events. What kind of events do you participate in?
I do backstroke and freestyle. So I do backstroke in a medley relay and an individual event, and I do freestyle and a relay and an individual.
And so you do all this, but you're also the libero for the varsity volleyball team. Now, do you have practices at the same time? Do you have to miss practices for either teams to attend another one? And do meets and games happen on the same day, or do you have practices when you have games? Just tell us a little bit about that schedule.
Usually I have practices back to back, and I have to miss practices for like either a game or if I have a meet, and sometimes I have to do both a meet and a game the same day. So
energy-wise, I'd say you're pretty worn out this year already in your senior year. Now, are you the only senior on the swim team?
Yes.
Now, being the only senior, you're a pretty young team. How does that convey and that conflict you? Does that challenge you in any way to continue to bring all of the younger kids up? How does that affect you in that aspect?
Well, it's a really good like leadership opportunity, and I would say like me as a senior girl talking to like middle school boys, it's mostly me just being like, hey, pipe down. But with the girls on the team, they're doing nice, and we get to like connect and talk and like connect on a like multi-grade level.
Okay, so that aspect of like feeding into the youth and most of the younger children. Now, swim team, swim coach, do you miss practices? Do you have to make practices up at home? Do you have a pool? Like what? Just tell us how do you gain some of that with missing most practices?
Yeah. So yeah, like my dad is my swim coach. So sometimes I have to go home and I have to swim on weekends and stuff, but I don't really always get the opportunity to like make up a practice I miss or like do really anything for that. I just have to go into a meet without practice.
And how have you done individually at meets?
I've done pretty well, yeah.
So I mean, the whole practice aspect seems like you've got that routine down because you're swinging pretty strong in those events. All right, now for volleyball, volleyball is a lot of energy, you're on the floor a lot as a libero for the varsity volleyball team. Now, that aspect of 6 seniors to 1 senior, do you feel like you get to pour into the youth and younger teammates on the volleyball team as much as the swim team, or how does that differentiate?
I think there's a lot more camaraderie maybe in the volleyball team because we've all known each other for such a long time and we're very comfortable. In swim team it's a little bit different. I think being the only kind of leadership role changes the dynamic sometimes, but we still cheer each other on and we still support each other.
Okay. And now with both sports being varsity level, and this is your senior year, do you want to try to pursue either of the sports collegiately at any level?
I think No, I would say more intramurally. I would be more focused, but I wouldn't say like get in college with a collegiate sport.
And now, do you have any meets coming up this week? Any games that you want to tell your audience right now to come out to support the Calvary team?
Today we have a Morningside game in Morningside, and then tomorrow I have a sailfish meet. Sailfish duel.
Gotcha. All right, thank you, Isabel. This was Desiree Greene with BSN.